Hello YouTube, Larry here, and today we're gonna go through how to set up a real-time thumbnail generator right here inside of OBS. You don't need much to do it, it's super easy to do, so let's get into it. Boom duck. Personally, I wanted to go with the generic thumbnail look with the whole white border and white outline and everything like that. Luckily for us, there's a super easy way to do that, and that's with a plugin for OBS called StreamFX. It also has some other useful features we're going to be using in this video, so make sure you go and download that if you don't have it. A link for it will be in the description below. Go ahead, click that link. It's going to bring you to this page right over here, and once this page loads up, you want to click the Go to Download button, which is this white button on the side. Scroll all the way to the bottom of the next page. And if you're on Windows, you're going to want the windows.exe. Just click that, save it, and download it. Once it's downloaded, run through the installer. And a quick note, just make sure OBS is closed while you're installing this plugin. Otherwise, your computer might, like, catch on fire or some shit. I don't know. So once that's installed, we can go ahead and jump over into OBS and start setting up our scene. Here we are, we're back inside OBS, and we've created a new scene, and we've named it the thumbnail generator. You can name it whatever you want. That's just a name I come up with in the moment. And inside this scene, I've got a few real simple sources. We got some images, so I got a white border. I've also got this live stream image I like to use for VODs. I will link both those in the description below as well. We have my display capture, which is acting as the background. So right now, that's literally my capture card. And I've got Zelda running. And we've got, of course, the camera, which, because of our StreamFX plugin, has this real nifty white outline happening in real time. So we're going to run through how to set up the outline now. A quick note, though, we don't want to add this effect, this outline, directly to our webcam source, because if we do that, it's going to show up in all our other scenes. So it would show up in our just chatting and our gameplay and our full cam and all that stuff. That's not something that we want necessarily, so I'm not... the idea is not to apply it directly to your webcam, but to apply it to a clone or a duplicate of our webcam, which we're going to set up now. Luckily for us, StreamFX has this other awesome feature called a source mirror. And it does what the name says. It mirrors a source of our choosing. So the cool thing about this is we can apply all sorts of filters and things to these source mirrors, and they don't affect the original source. So that's what we're going to use, and that's what we're going to add right now. So I'm going to turn off my webcam for a second, and we're going to add a new one from scratch. So we right-click the sources panel, or click the little plus icon. We go add. We want to add a source mirror. Once we add that, we want to name it something that we'll recognize. So camera outline, like that. And we click OK. Now we want to select the source that we want to mirror. So we want to mirror our webcam, remember? So we click this drop down and we search for our webcam. I probably have a lot more sources than you have, but just search for your webcam. Once you find it, select it, and you'll be good to go. So there's my webcam, camera front, raw input, and you see my webcam popped up again. So let's move this over to the side so we can see this happen in real time, and we can just place it there. So already that looks kind of good. And this is a duplicate of our webcam, remember? So anything we do to this webcam, it's only going to affect this scene. It's not going to affect our other like gameplay and our just chatting scenes, which is real nice. And you can create as many duplicates, like as many source mirrors of the same source as you want, which is another really cool feature about this plugin. So we want to add this outline though. So we right click the camera that we just added. We go to filters. And we're going to click the plus icon. So we want to add an effect filter called and we want to search for the one called StreamFX. We click that, just go okay, and this has a bunch of built-in effects. So we got outer shadow, which adds like a little bit of a shadow. These all do a very similar thing, but they have presets that you can, like these values that you can adjust. The one we want though is an outline. We want to add an outline to our webcam. So we check that box, and you see it's added a black outline. We're going to select the color though, change it to white so it matches our border. And then we're gonna play with these values a little bit, make it look closer to how we want. So this is all personal preference, but I want the thickness of this to have a bit more girth, so it's closer to our border. So I'm gonna jack that up. I want the sharpness way up there, Morty, because I want it to be clean. You'll notice it's kind of overlapping my webcam a little bit now. I don't want that, so I'm gonna turn the offset up. That's a little too much. I don't want that gap. I'm gonna dial it in a little bit, and that's pretty close. All right, so that's looking pretty good. That's pretty close to how we want. On the other one, I have set up in this template, I've got a shadow as well, so you could add a shadow and mess with those. But again, that's personal preference. Just mess around and see how get it looking how you like. But that's the basics of it. That's how we do it. We create a source mirror, add this StreamFX to it, select the outline and adjust it to our preference. So I'm going to close that. I'm going to turn that one off and just go back to my other one that's configured the way I want. And now the final step is just to actually take a screenshot and use it as our thumbnail. Now we could use the built-in like Windows print screen and take a screenshot, but then we'll have to crop it, and it's a pain in the butt. Luckily, OBS has a built-in screenshot feature. If you just right-click this preview window here, and you look in this menu that pops up, it says screenshot preview. There's also one that says screenshot source. That's not the one you want. You want to screenshot the whole preview. So screenshot preview, strike a pose, and then we do that, and it saves the screenshot. Where does it save? It saves in the same location that your recordings are saved in, which by default, let me switch my capture over here. By default is your videos folder. So if you go to videos, you can see, bam, that's that screenshot we took. We can take another one just so you can see this happening in real time. So if I stay like this, and I right click it, I go screenshot preview, maybe we'll look this way. Screenshot. You see, now we got another one here. So we got two super cool little screenshots happening in real time in OBS. That's the whole tutorial. I hope that makes sense. You could probably set up a hotkey for this screenshot preview thing, but it's not a big deal. That's up to you. That sounds like a you problem. I'll let you all decide how to do that, how you want to do it. But again, it's all down to personal preference. I thought this was a cool little idea. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like the video if you liked the video. You've been great. I've been better. Eat your vegetables, do all those who's and majigs, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Sweet. Nailed it.